OutDaughtered, where do the Busbys live? The Busby family is finally back on TLC. In July 2023, OutDaughtered returned to the network for its 9th season, more than 2 years after new episodes last aired. Obviously, a lot has changed for the family of 8 since viewers last saw them on TV. The quints, Riley, Hazel, Olivia, Ava, and Parker are heading into 3rd grade, eldest daughter Blayke is in junior high, and mom Danielle Busby has opened a brick-and-mortar version of her online clothing boutique. But one thing hasn't changed: where the Busby family lives. Danielle and her husband Ava Busby both grew up in Louisiana. After they married in 2006, they moved to League City, Texas, where they've lived ever since. At one point, they briefly considered moving to Dallas for Adam's work, but they eventually decided against it. League City, which is located midway between Houston and Galveston, is close to the water and has a population of about 115,000. It's also home to Danielle's store, Grayson B Boutique, which opened its first physical location in 2022. Initially, the Busbys lived in a home in the Marbella subdivision in League City. But a few years after the quints were born, the family had to move because their house was infested with mold, which they discovered when one of their daughters came down with a respiratory illness. The unpleasant saga was chronicled in OutDaughtered Season 5. The whole upstairs seems to be covered with mold, and it's really bad in Ava and Olivia's room, so my stomach is turning over because the numbers are like astronomical, Danielle said at the time. Ultimately, the Busbys had to move into a rental while work was done to repair the damage on their sick house. At first, Adam and Danielle hoped to be able to move their family back to their original home. But that proved to be impossible. Eventually, they ended up purchasing their rental home, where they still live. Since moving in, the Busbys have truly made the home their own. They've updated the kitchen, created a massive pantry, and added a mud room. They showed off the in-progress renovations in a 2020 YouTube video. In a post on the family's It's a Buzz World blog, Danielle shared that she let the girls help when it came to updating their bedrooms. Riley, for example, picked a purple rug that guided the rest of Danielle's decision choices. Another perk of the current house over the old one? The massive yard, complete with a swimming pool. The yard is the most beneficial, Danielle explained in an episode of OutDaughtered. We like for the kids to play outside. We don't like our kids being on iPads and that kind of stuff. We want them to play and interact, so there's a pool, there's a huge yard. T's definitely a plus in that aspect. TLC's hit reality series OutDaughtered revolves around Adam and Danielle Busby and their vibrant family, consisting of their eldest daughter Blayke Louise, and quintuplets Ava Lane, Olivia Marie, Hazel Grace, Riley Paige, and Parker Kate. Additionally, the beloved TV show often features appearances from various other family members. Among these relatives are Danielle's twin sisters, Ashley Mowbray, Aunt Lily, and Crystal Mills, Aunt Kiki. We know quite a bit about Ashley. She owns Heist Hair Bar and is the board secretary for Anchor Point. But what about Crystal? Crystal Mills was born on November 13, 1982, and hails from League City, Texas. She has carved out a notable presence in the reality TV world, rising to fame on OutDaughtered, where she lovingly assumes the role of Aunt Kiki to her 6 nieces. Aunt Kiki is depicted as an integral part of her nieces' lives, showcasing the tight bond she shares with them. Off-screen, Crystal is a devoted wife to Dale Mills, who just so happens to be her co-host on the Happily Ever Banter podcast, and a proud mom to their 2 kids, Bronson and Mackenzie. 2019, Crystal and her sisters co-founded the company Cody Fitness. However, on January 18, 2023, Danielle took to Instagram to announce they were shutting the business down. Hey, y'all. Cody girls have some big news to share. With heavy hearts, these Cody sisters have decided it is time to say farewell to Cody Fitness, she wrote. We've had to realign and prioritize our personal and business responsibilities, and ultimately, we don't have the capacity to focus on maintaining and growing Cody Fitness at this time in our lives. Danielle added, to our Cody girls, you have meant the world to us. We are truly grateful for your love and support over the past 3.5 years. The May 28, 2024, episode of OutDaughtered, Aunt Kiki is on babysitting duty, but things quickly take a chaotic turn. The quintuplets express their displeasure with Aunt Kiki when she forgets to pick them up at the bus stop, leaving them to trek home on foot. Kiki should be fired because she forgot us girls, Riley says in a confessional with her sisters. Adding to the frustration, Parker notes, and she also says bad words. As Aunt Kiki attempts to get the girls ready for an event at Danielle's workplace, several challenges mount. While delegating tasks, including sending Riley to get nice clothes from the laundry, Kiki realizes she totally forgot I had to put the clothes from the washer into the dryer. It just totally slipped my mind. Plus, the girls' resistance complicates matters further. When instructed to wear dresses, they voice their objections. "I hate dresses," Hazel declares, as she and Olivia enjoy Oreos and milk. To make matters worse, Aunt Kiki then mistakenly identifies Olivia as her twin, Ava, escalating the situation into utter chaos. "It has been a hectic day. We had no time, and then it was just one thing after another. It's crazy," Aunt Kiki says in a confessional. "It's just so overwhelming. It's total chaos." TLC's OutDaughtered follows the busy Busby family, whose parents, Danielle and Adam Busby, had the United States' first set of all-female quintuplets. That makes 6 daughters, including the couple's first daughter, Blayke. For several seasons, Danielle's mother, affectionately known as Mimi, appeared on the show. However, she's been missing for the past 2 seasons, and fans can't help but ask why. Those who have followed the Busby family for years have likely grown to know and love Danielle's mother, Michelle "Mimi" Theriault. She moved to Texas to help raise the quints with Danielle and Adam, and for a while, she was an integral part of filming. However, after season 8, Mimi seemingly disappeared from the show. And while it's reported that she was arrested for a DUI in 2020, according to TMZ, it's unclear if the two have anything to do with each other. But fans took to Reddit to express concern over why Mimi hasn't been in any recent episodes, and why her name is never mentioned anymore. What happened to Mimi? Why hasn't she been on the show lately? Someone inquired on Reddit. I figured there must have been some kind of falling out, especially because in the latest episode Danielle said something about them not having grandparents nearby to help, even though, I thought, Mimi lived in the same area, one person responded. When people questioned why Adam and Danielle might not speak to her anymore, though nobody can confirm this, one user backed Adam and Danielle's decision by saying there could be more to the story than just what fans know or suspect. "Even if we don't see Mimi on the show anymore, I truly hope she is involved in the girls' and her other grandkids' lives. All the kids seem to adore her, as did the adults," another user wrote. Of course, nobody could draw a confirmed conclusion. Something fans should remember is that Adam and Danielle are in no way obligated to talk about what happened to Danielle's mother or where their relationship with Mimi currently stands. While fans might continue to wonder if the Busbys choose to keep Mimi's exit from the show private, then that's their choice. Adam and Danielle filmed the show's 10th season back in late 2023, and it premiered in May 2024. In real time, the quints have just finished 3rd grade. The show takes place as 3rd grade is starting, so they'll be 4th graders in the fall while Blayke will enter 8th grade. Have come to love. Season 10 doesn't shy away from addressing health concerns either. Hazel's ongoing eye condition is monitored closely, and there's an episode where she visits the specialist to ensure her vision remains stable. Viewers also get updates on each girl's physical and emotional development, including dental issues, social anxieties, and general wellness. Danielle opens up in several episodes about how seriously she takes her girl's health, sometimes to the point of being overly cautious, but it comes from a place of deep love and responsibility. Another important thread throughout the season is the Busbys' faith. Though never preachy, their Christian beliefs remain a quiet foundation of the way they approach family life, challenges, and decisions. They occasionally reference prayer, grace, and leaning on their beliefs during tough moments. In a particularly emotional episode, the family prays together before one of the girls' medical appointments, and the moment feels authentic and grounding. As the season progresses, fans also get a look at how the girls are starting to develop their own interests and dreams. Some of the quints express interest in art, others in sports, and a few are already thinking about things like music and science. Adam and Danielle talk about wanting to give each girl the space to grow into who she is, rather than forcing them to do everything as a unit. It's a major shift from the early seasons when the girls were always treated as a group. Now, they're individuals with unique talents and passions, and the Busbys are learning how to nurture those without creating rivalry or resentment. Social media and fame also make their way into the storyline. Now that the girls are older, they're starting to become aware of their celebrity status. Danielle and Adam discuss setting boundaries around technology and online exposure, particularly as Blayke shows interest in having more freedom online. It's a challenge unique to their situation, and they're figuring it out as they go. By the season finale, viewers witness significant growth not just in the girls but in Adam and Danielle too. They reflect on how far their family has come, the mistakes they've made, and what they've learned along the way. There's a heartfelt family moment around the dinner table where they each share what they're grateful for, and it captures the essence of OutDaughtered: chaotic, loving, imperfect, and absolutely real. Season 10 of OutDaughtered is more than just another chapter in the Busby family's life. It's a celebration of resilience, parenting, individuality, and love. The Busbys are not perfect, but their willingness to be vulnerable, to laugh at themselves, and to show the messiness of life is what makes them so beloved. After 2 years off the air, their return is not only welcomed, it's needed. At a time when many families are navigating uncertainty and pressure, the Busbys remind us that strength doesn't mean having it all figured out. Sometimes it means just showing up, together, and doing your best with the hand you've been dealt. From homework breakdowns to heartwarming family traditions, career shifts to tween drama, OutDaughtered Season 10 captures life in its rawest form. Fans who have followed the Busbys since the beginning will find themselves both comforted and surprised by how much has changed and yet how much remains the same. It's a season full of laughter, love, growing pains, and hope, and it proves once again why the Busbys remain one of the most relatable families on reality. Portions or character labels, as you prefer. The Busby family is officially back on screens with Season 10 of TLC's beloved reality series OutDaughtered, and fans couldn't be more thrilled. After a 2-year hiatus that left many wondering if the show would ever return, Adam and Danielle Busby have stepped back into the spotlight with their 6 daughters, including America's only all-female quintuplets. Season 10 premiered in May 2024, and it's already shaping up to be the most heartfelt, chaotic, and emotional season yet. The family dynamic has changed in so many ways since fans last saw them, and Season 10 picks up on all the developments with a balance of humor, struggle, and raw honesty. At the core of Season 10 is the theme of transition. The quints, Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker, are now 9 years old and have started 3rd grade. Blayke, the Busby's oldest daughter, is entering her teenage years and navigating a world that is rapidly changing for her. For Adam and Danielle, this stage of parenting comes with unique challenges. While the early years were physically exhausting with 5 toddlers in diapers, the current season tackles the emotional and developmental complexities of raising 6 very different girls with very different needs. From the very first episode of Season 10, it's clear that the family is feeling the pressures of their new stage of life. Danielle, who has long been known as the family's planner and multitasker, confesses early on that things feel more overwhelming now than ever before. Schoolwork, extracurriculars, orthodontist visits, and trying to maintain one-on-one connections with each daughter all add up. There's a poignant moment in the season premiere when Danielle tears up as she talks about her guilt over not being able to give each girl the individual attention she craves. It's a brutally honest glimpse into the realities of parenting that resonates with many viewers. Academic concerns feature prominently in Season 10. In one particularly emotional scene, Ava struggles with reading during a group school session, and her frustration is palpable. Danielle is visibly shaken and admits in a confessional that watching her child fall behind is heartbreaking. She explains that while they all started at the same developmental point, the quints are now displaying a wide range of academic abilities. Some are thriving, like Riley, who's always been advanced for her age, while others like Ava are finding school more difficult. These differences present new parenting dilemmas for Adam and Danielle, who are determined to support each child but often feel pulled in too many directions. The financial toll of raising 6 growing girls is another theme that Season 10 explores with raw transparency. Danielle lays out some shocking numbers in early episodes. A single week of summer camp can cost over $2,500 for the quintuplets alone, and they're facing more than $35,000 in orthodontic work in the coming months. Add in costs like school lunches, supplies, uniforms, and extracurriculars, and it's easy to see why financial stress is a recurring issue for the Busbys this season. Adam and Danielle are shown having multiple conversations about budgeting, cutting back, and finding creative ways to provide experiences for their girls without going broke. Career and work-life balance are also focal points of the season. Adam, who previously launched his own media company, is seen wrestling with big career decisions that could impact the entire family. In one episode, he's offered a major job opportunity that could mean more money and stability, but it comes with a demanding travel schedule. Danielle, who already feels stretched thin, worries about being left to juggle everything on her own. The couple has honest, difficult discussions about their roles in the family, what success means, and how to make decisions that align with their values and their daughter's needs. Meanwhile, Danielle is trying to get her own business ventures back on track. Her boutique, Grace & B, has grown significantly since viewers last saw it, but keeping it running smoothly requires enormous effort. Season 10 shows her bouncing between PTA meetings, school drop-offs, soccer practice, and overseeing her storefront. It's clear she's proud of her entrepreneurial journey, but it's also clear that burnout is a real risk. In one heartfelt moment, Danielle shares that she often questions whether she's doing enough or being enough for her girls. Her vulnerability is deeply moving and gives viewers a new level of appreciation for all she manages behind the scenes. Sibling dynamics have always been a highlight of OutDaughtered, and Season 10 does not disappoint in this regard. The quints' personalities have become even more distinct, and their interactions are often hilarious, occasionally dramatic, and always entertaining. Olivia remains the goofball, constantly cracking jokes and lightening the mood. Hazel, with her signature red hair and thoughtful nature, continues to be the quiet observer who surprises everyone with her insights. Riley, ever the leader, often challenges boundaries and questions authority, sometimes butting heads with her sisters and parents. Parker is shown to be more confident than in earlier seasons, though she still has moments of anxiety that Danielle and Adam are careful to address. Ava, the sensitive and affectionate one, wears her heart on her sleeve and is deeply affected by academic struggles and social challenges. Blayke, now a teenager, is growing into a mature and empathetic young woman. Her relationship with her younger sisters is evolving as she balances the role of big sister with her own need for space and independence. Season 10 explores her entering middle school, new friendships, and the emotional roller coaster of adolescence. There's a memorable episode in which Blayke opens up to Danielle about feeling left out or overlooked because so much energy goes into managing the quintuplets. Danielle, emotional but appreciative of the honesty, reassures her oldest daughter that her feelings matter too. These quieter, more reflective moments add incredible depth to the season. Another standout aspect of Season 10 is how it highlights the strength of Adam and Danielle's marriage. While they don't shy away from conflict, particularly around parenting philosophies and work decisions, they show viewers what it means to have mutual respect and a shared commitment to family. In one episode, Adam plans a surprise date night to reconnect, complete with a heartfelt toast about how much he admires Danielle's strength. The couple is candid about the toll that years of constant responsibility have taken on their relationship, but they also emphasize their gratitude for one another. It's a message that many couples, especially those with children, can relate to. Outside the house, the Busbys are embracing more community events and experiences with the girls. Whether it's a family field trip, a dance recital, or a messy science fair project, the season is filled with moments that showcase the family's vibrant, active lifestyle. These outings also reveal the challenges of coordinating 6 children in public spaces. There are scenes of minor meltdowns, forgotten items, mismatched shoes, and last-minute bathroom runs, but they're all handled with patience and humor that viewers